Hey, it's Vaughn here at your jazzdrumschool.com YouTube channel. Aloha, hope you're doing well. So in this lesson, I want to share with you another lesson from jazzdrumschool.com. This one's from my Jazz Drum Comping mini course, and it's all about helping you get more confident, feel more solid about those upbeats. Now, one of the hardest things for us to do as drummers in comping is to be able to play syncopated notes or play upbeats or offbeat notes against whatever we're doing on the drums. In this lesson that I'm going to share with you, I'm going to give you some very simple, very straightforward exercises that are going to help you achieve that. They're going to help you be able to play those upbeat notes against a jazz ride cymbal pattern and really help you start to become more confident playing those upbeats and inserting them into your comping. All right, you ready? Let's dive in and I'll see you on the other side. All right, so this exercise is going to help you with three things. One, it's going to help you with your offbeats and kind of feeling offbeat notes. All right, we'll talk about that more in a minute. The second thing it's going to help you with is your coordination. And the third thing is your timing. Now let's go back to offbeats. Offbeats are really, really important in playing jazz music. Basically, offbeats are those syncopated notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And we often, in the beginning, we can't feel those things. Even if you're an intermediate drummer, you might still have trouble with this. And it's that offbeat stuff that makes everything really delicious and swing really hard. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that offbeat thing and we're going to move it around between our hi-hat, snare drum, and our bass drum. And we're going to play our basic Spangalang ride pattern, our standard jazz ride cymbal pattern. So first off, let's learn the basic patterns. Now, you know me by now here at Jazz Drum School YouTube channel and also at jazzdrumschool.com. I'm all about taking things one count at a time, out of time. That is the fastest way for your brain to learn anything. Trying to do it any other way is really going to be shooting yourself in the foot. So I really encourage you to take it one count at a time, out of time, if you're having trouble with these patterns that I've written out for you. So let's take a look at pattern number one. What I'm going to be doing here is playing that Spangalang pattern on the ride cymbal, and I'm going to be playing the snare drum on all the upbeats. Let's hear how that sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now let's go to the next pattern. We're going to move it down to the bass drum. Now you also notice this is not a traditional kind of 2 and 4 on the hi-hat and Spangalang pattern on the ride cymbal. We're leaving out the hi-hat. What this is a kind of hybrid linear exercise. So it's not fully linear where we're only playing one voice on the drum at a time. It's actually the ride cymbals are our ostinato pattern, and we're playing other things against it. But we are not lining up our hi-hat with our bass drum or our snare drum like we would commonly do in a regular jazz swing beat. All right, so let's go to the next one, number 2. Bass drum is going to play those upbeats, those offbeats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Pattern number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So the question in your head might be now, like, why did he create these exercises? Why are we working on this upbeat stuff? Because this is probably the weakest part of most drummers playing. Being able to feel those in-between notes, those offbeat notes, those syncopated notes, whether you're playing 16th notes and the E's and the Uhs, or you're playing triplet notes and the trip and the let, you know, with 1 triplet, 2 triplet, the second and third note, those are really the weak spot. Those are kind of the Achilles heel of most drummers. When we can really feel those notes, we can really play those notes. When we can't feel those notes, we have a really hard time working them into our drumming. So this exercise is going to help you to really feel and internalize those upbeats or those offbeat notes. All right, now I've written a couple variations for you. The first one, we're going to play 2 of each limb and kind of repeat. So it's going to go through, cycle through and over 3 measures, and then we have 1 measure of time at the end. Let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now for variation B, what we're going to do is play one note with each limb and cycle through that, and we're going to have one measure of time at the end. Let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I'm sure you can see the benefit in your coordination. What we're also doing here is we're feeling 3/4, which is another kind of more complex level of feeling rhythm. Often in jazz drumming, we have 3/4, so it's really important that we also practice these kinds of exercises. All right, so now I'm going to play everything for you from top to bottom on the PDF at 80 BPM with a metronome. And the metronome is going to be set so that the click is actually on counts 2 and 4. This is a really powerful way for you to develop better timing in everything that you do. So check it out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 3, 4. One, two, 3, 4. So you probably guessed it now. If I'm playing 80 BPM and that's 2 and 4, that means I'm actually playing 160, right? So 160 BPM. So the goal here is to actually try and take it as fast as you can. It's got to be clean. It's got to be really nice. Everything's got to be landing in the right place. But really, the faster you can go, the more you're going to be able to internalize those offbeats, okay? You're going to find at slower tempos, you know, you kind of nail it, and then you start going faster. It's going to get harder to feel those offbeats. So definitely add some speed into your practice. All right, so what you want to do is take the PDF and take the first 3 exercises, the first 3 patterns, and you want to kind of mix and match. Start with 1 and jump to 3, go to 2, then 3, then to 1, or whatever. You want to get comfortable with the coordination of playing your limbs in any order. The same is true for the variations. So I encourage you to take it a step further after you feel comfortable with the basic stuff that I've written out for you and really start to operationalize it in different ways, in different combinations on the kit. The other thing is that the goal here is not the exercise. The goal is to play music. So now I want to give you an example of how I can kind of create my own phrases using just the things that I've already taught you in this video. Check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you're looking to get your jazz drum comping together, I hope you'll check out my jazz drum comping course. I know you're going to love it. If you haven't already, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my channel. Be sure to like the video if you like it. That helps to get around YouTube a lot easier. And drop a comment. Let me know if you have any cool comping exercises that you like to do and that have helped you to comp really well on the drums. All right, keep swinging, my friend.